One of the fascinating principles in Judaism is the concept of bechira chofshit, of freedom of choice. This is a fundamental principle because without this idea of freedom of choice, there's no concept of reward and punishment. Because if I have no freedom, how can I choose and how can I be rewarded by God for doing the right thing or accept the punishment for doing the wrong thing? This is the principle called bechirat chofshit. In our Parshat Nitzavim Vayelech, God places before us a choice. Ra'ei, I place before you a choice. Hachayim va'atov, the life and good. Va'mavet va'ra, the death and the bad. And later on it says, you shall choose life. This should be your primary obligation. And I reflected upon this idea. What does it mean to choose life? Obviously, I want to choose life. But there's a principle that we have to unpack over here. And that is when a person says, Uvacharta b'chayim, I choose life. Of course. But the idea is more complex than that. B'charta b'chayim means, how do I choose? How do I approach my life? Do I do things because I'm obligated to do them? And the answer is yes. As a Jew, I am a mitzvah. I'm commanded by God. I have 613 obligations, known as the Taryag mitzvot. Each mitzvah demands of me to bend my will in the service of the Creator. I may want to eat something, but if it does not have kosher certification, I'm not allowed to eat it. I may want to watch the game on Saturday, but I can't because it is Shabbat. I bend my will to the Master in heaven. But here is the beautiful idea. If that is the case, that I am beholden to the Creator, and I have to keep the mitzvot. When the sun sets on Friday, it is Shabbat. When I'm hungry and the food does not have a kosher certification, I cannot eat it. Well, where's my free choice? The answer is, my free choice resides in my response to this obligation. I can respond in two ways. I can say, man, I can't believe it. It's not fair. Or I can say, what an opportunity that I have to be able to do this mitzvah. The choice, the freedom of choice, is on a long path. And depending on where you are on the scale will determine your freedom of choice. So for some people, their level of bechira, freedom of choice is, do I accept to bend my will to God, to accept this mitzvah or not? Further on the line, that's no longer a choice for me. My choice becomes, how enthusiastic, how do I approach this mitzvah? There's a beautiful teaching that we found a little bit earlier, where the Torah says, Kol ha-mitzvah, asher anochi matzavcha hayom. All of the mitzvah that I have commanded you to do today. On the one level, there's an obligation to learn and absorb and to perform Kol ha-mitzvah. But that is the external. Learning how to keep Shabbat, learning how to put on tefillin, and knowing how to read the Shema. These is Kol ha-mitzvah indeed. But the purpose of the mitzvah, the reason behind the mitzvah is Anochi, is to link myself to God. And that is a far deeper level. So the B'charta b'chayim, the choice that I have, is when I do a mitzvah, do I do it as a perfunctory? I have to do this, I have no choice. Or do I say, I have an opportunity to do the mitzvah. I'm going to embrace this mitzvah. I'm going to show my kids the love I have for this mitzvah. And I want, in order to build a relationship with God, my Creator. And this is where the joy is. And this is when it says, Uvacharta, choose chayim, choose life. When you're doing a mitzvah, always choose to infuse your mitzvah, your obligation, with life force, with joy, with passion. It will transform the way you approach your Judaism. It will transform the way your kids experience their Judaism. And it will transform the way that we connect with God. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, this is Rabbi Lewin. If you've enjoyed the content of the sermons and the ideas that have been expressed in the YouTube video, please hit that subscription button and notification bell, and share the videos with friends. We'd love to grow the channel and love to engage with you. Please share your comments in the section below. I'd love to hear from you. Have an amazing day.